done some work on the wall garden. And those real frilly zinnias are the cactus flowered zinnias. And then you got your cypress vine here. You could, both the zinnias and the cypress vine are good hummingbird attractors. And a nice little grasshopper over there. And food for the black widow over there. And I put some Scotch Red mulch down that I got at Tractor Supply. And I've taken the seed heads off of the Vitex. That was a constable. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that until I looked. I didn't notice it until I looked at it. And you got the cannas there. And that's a type of Coreopsis. I don't remember the exact name at the moment. And you got some Datura. That's the real reason I weeded the bed, because the Datura are hidden underneath and I wanted them to come up and bloom. They're also known as Devil's Trumpet, Angel Trumpet. They're the type of angel trumpet that points upward, though. The type of angel trumpet that hangs downward used to be called Datura, but actually it was changed in 1973 to Bergmansia. And get some more cactus flowered zinnias. There's an orange one there. And that one's orange, but it looks yellow. In reality, it doesn't look yellow. And actually, both of them look yellow. That one more so. That one looks more yellow. But not on camera, it doesn't. Morning glory trees have turned into morning glory arches because the weight made the trees bend over. I'm not sure the name of that morning glory. It's a pink one. And there's more of the cypress vine. See, and that one looks more like an arch there. I actually think this one's actually prettier than the other one. And the other one's fine, but it's just not as robust as this one. And the seeds for the cypress vine, I collected them off of seeds when I was working at a garden center. They were going to throw the plants away, and I just took the seeds off of them and put them in a little money envelope with one of those desiccant packs that comes in beef jerky to keep the beef jerky from getting moldy or, having moisture in there. There's that little guy. Not sure what that is. Might be a little tiny grasshopper. And you know what? No, I think it might be assassin bug. That looks like an assassin bug to me. Yeah, that's what that is. Cool. They eat a lot of damaging insects. They're what's known as a beneficial insect. Then I've used the pine straw coming off the pine trees as mulch because it's acidic, and the magnolias like the soil to be acidic. The canna lily had those Brazilian skipper butterfly caterpillars eating on it, and there's some holes in it there from that. I've cleaned off most of that and cut off the old flowers and gave it some of that banana peel tea, and it started blooming like crazy. That banana peel tea really helps things bloom. I've been using it on the other roses and other flowers, and I'm amazed at how good it actually works. And what you do is you cut up the banana peels and you boil them, and then you drain that water off. And I drain it off. Some people don't add extra water to it. I do to cool it down so that I can use it, and it'll keep for a week. But I use it pretty quickly. And so, and it's, you know, a pretty cheap way to fertilize your plants, and you're still utilizing the banana peels. And then after I've boiled them, I'll bury the peels because I'm sure they'll break down pretty quick. And I'll bury them in the garden. I buried some next to the bell peppers and some next to the tomatoes. It's Moses in the boat plant. It started recovering when I gave it a little bit more sun and let it dry out a little bit more. They don't like as much water as the purple passion dew. That one likes a little bit more water. The purple passion dew is a little bit more cold hardy. It'll come back after winter. But Moses in the boat you got to bring in. I believe Moses in the boat is actually Tradescantia. I don't remember the botanical on the purple passion dew. Man, there's some mosquitoes flying around that. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them or not. Yeah, mosquitoes like to hide in, you know, damp plants. Actually, those might be male mosquitoes. The male mosquitoes don't drink blood, but they do pollinate plants. And I've weeded the fairy garden. I need to refresh the blue gravel. I hadn't got around to that yet. And then the salvia, coccinea, the pink ones there are coral nymph, and the red ones. And that's a purple datura, Datura Mattel. It's a double flowered datura. It's white in the center and purple on the outside edges. And when you bruise it, I think both daturas kind of smell like peanut butter. Now, there might be other people that disagree. I don't particularly like peanut butter because I'm allergic to it. Then the roses. I've been using the banana tea on the roses, and it's been helping them. They had thrips. I also put some of that Bayer systemic insecticide. I buried it under the soil. It works better if it's buried. The molecule is actually too big to enter the flower. And I've been told that. So it's really not too detrimental to other wildlife because it doesn't enter the flower. Morning glory plants are coming along pretty good here. At first I thought they were going to get eaten alive because there were quite a few army worms in there to begin with. But the wrens took care of them for me. And butterfly weeds coming along nicely. Got some orange colored sunflowers that I planted about 3 weeks ago. They're starting to do pretty good. I'm probably going to start blooming pretty soon. I'm shading it. It's got a bud coming there. Then I moved the red salvia coccinea over here because it needed a little bit more light to bloom. I also deadheaded it, took the old flower seed heads off and sprinkled them around in the garden. In this little garden here. That's the dwarf vitex. And it seems to be doing a little bit better. Got some zinnias that I threw seeds in here 3 weeks ago. Got some spurge, that's also a weed. But I kind of like them. I mean, I pull them eventually, but they're not too bad. There are a few weeds in there. And that's a hibiscus. That's Hibiscus sinensis, or Chinese hibiscus. And you got the Palace Castle Artemisia there. And then a pink miniature rose. It doesn't look like the mimosa is going to make it. It's got tons of seed heads on there. It's got some kind of, it's got carpenter ants in it. I'm going to end up having to, oh, well, looks like my ride's here.